1:3 says, blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. For this was a statute for Yasharel and a law of Father Yahawah of Jacob. All praises to the Most High, family. Happy New Moon Sabbath. Man, I love our feast days. I love these holy convocations. I hope that this message finds you and your family preparing to have a wonderful dinner and a great time around Father Yahawah's word. Man, do you see all that's going on in this earth? What a wonderful time it is to be watching these prophecies manifest right before our eyes. You know, I just did a lesson this past Sabbath, the bloodline redemption. And one of the precepts that I pulled, Isaiah Chapter 44, man, it specifically talked about, I think it was verse 25 in particular, Isaiah 44:25, talked about frustrating the signs of the babblers, the gainsayers, those who've been speaking against these commandments, who's been speaking against this massive awakening, who've been speaking against the true nation of Yasharel over these past years. And it also says, and driving the diviners mad, those who are conjuring up these wicked schemes, the witchcraft, none of it is working. It can't work against Yehudah. It can't work against the southern kingdom. It can't work against the northern kingdom. Amen. It also says, turning wise men backward. Do you see these men that's been running this earth being turned backward? And it also says, and making their knowledge foolish. All praises to the Most High, man. Happy New Moon Sabbath. Man, I just wanted to take this brief moment to go over our ancient Hebrew calendar, man, and just touch on some of the ancient prophecies that happened during this month that I want to encourage you all to go and study and read. Amen. And also point out that Father Yahawah, through our forefather, let's just take a look at it. Let's just walk through the calendar. I don't want to jump ahead of myself. I'm so excited. All praises to the Most High. Every month I go over this because I don't want to take for granted that someone that's taking a look at this calendar, this is their first time seeing this calendar. So I don't want to take that for granted. I always want to walk through the calendar to make sure that everyone has a full understanding of the flow. I always start up here to the top left, okay, to go over the Gregorian perspective, which I've highlighted in red because I wanted this on the calendar so that we could always cross-reference our Hebrew dates on the calendar to the Gregorian calendar dates, which are highlighted in red. And up here to the top left, I've noted our new moon Sabbath, which is today at evening, July 14th, which is our first day, which is noted here. I also have noted on July 27th, which is the 14th day of the month, we'll call Father Yahawah through our forefather Zachariah has called us to fast Okay. Put on our sackcloth, man, and fast for 24 hours and palau and cry out to Father Yahawah. And normally, prior to this fast, I do send out a reminder, and I also send out scriptural prayers that we can use together to cry out to Father Yahawah during that time. Amen. I also, over here to the far right, I've noted our high holy days are in green, and also highlighted in purple. Holy convocations. Okay. These are Sabbaths where there's no buying, no selling, no working. And as you can see, I have all our Sabbaths highlighted here in purple. And then our new moon here. And then also I have at the bottom of the calendar our 5th month new moon Sabbath, which is on August the 12th. And I always like to put that so that everyone can prepare ahead of time. Okay. I also noted here some ancient history. Okay. Let me start here. I have some ancient history that is on the 5th day of our ancient Hebrew calendar, where our forefather Ezekiel had a vision, had a word and a vision from Father Yahawah. I want to encourage you all to go and read that. That's in chapter 1, so that you can be edified on what Father Yahawah commanded Ezekiel, the vision and word that he gave him on the 5th day of our ancient Hebrew calendar. Okay. Also, I like to touch on our days of creation. There's no such thing as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The heathen don't have the ability to create like our father Yahawah did. Okay. In Genesis, he created the days, the first day of creation, the second day of creation, third day of creation, through the 7th day. On the 7th day, he rested from all his work. Well, the heathen took the name of their gods and placed them over the days of creation. The days of creation has not changed. Okay. They just placed their names over the days of the creation, the days of creation. So our high holy day, the Sabbath, falls on the 7th day, which is Saturday. And that name is related to one of their gods. Amen. All praises to the Most High. And also I have noted here on the 9th day, a prophecy from my forefather Jeremiah while he was in prison. Okay. And you can read about this, study about this in Jeremiah chapter 39, Jeremiah chapter 52. Also, I have noted here on this same day, a famine rained down on our land. Okay. And this can be studied and read in 2 Kings chapter 25, verse 3, Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 2, and Jeremiah chapter 52, verse 6. Family, when we're studying and reading about these famines and these prophecies, you can't look at everything through a lens of the natural. Okay, yes, there was a natural famine, but you need to look at things in these last days spiritual. Okay, is your spirit prepared for the natural and the spiritual famine that's going on throughout this earth? Okay, with daily studying and doing your self-examination on a consistent basis, this will prepare us for these different things that's going on throughout the earth. And because of our diligence and our obedience, Father Yahawah keeps a hedge of protection around us, and he gives us peace that surpasses all understanding, where that stuff doesn't even bother us. That stuff doesn't even touch our homes. That stuff doesn't even affect us. Okay. It's not to say that as the Spirit of Father Yahawah leads us through Yahawah Shah HaMashiach, that we don't prepare our families, that we don't prepare our homes for certain situations. We must be diligent in doing that. Amen. All praises to the Most High. Okay. I just want to touch on this fast. This fast is very important here on day 14. Okay. This is the middle of our ancient Hebrew calendar month. This is when the full moon will be out. Okay. And this is when we're going to hearken and adhere to what Father Yahawah has commanded our forefather Zachariah in leading us to do. Okay, let's take a look. I want to take a look at that precept. Okay, Zechariah chapter 18, and we're going to read verses 18 through 23. It says, "And the word of Father Yahawah of hosts came to me, saying, Thus said Father Yahawah of hosts, the fast of the 4th, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th month are to be joy and gladness and pleasant appointed times for the house of Yehudah." Okay. "And they shall love the truth and the peace." Verse 20 says, "Thus said Father Yahawah of hosts, peoples shall yet come, inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of the one go to another, saying, Let us earnestly go and pray before Father Yahawah and seek Father Yahawah of hosts. I myself am going. And many peoples and strong nations shall come and seek Father Yahawah of hosts in Jerusalem, and to pray before Father Yahawah. Thus said Father Yahawah of hosts, in those days 10 men from all languages of the nations take hold. They shall take hold of the edge of the garment of a man, a Yehudi, saying, Let us go with you, for we have heard that Elohim is with us." Family, here we are, the southern kingdom, the tribe of Yehudah, here in our captivity. Okay. Over here in this heathen nation. Okay. Prophesying, teaching these commandments, palauling and crying out to Father Yahawah. These nations see this massive awakening. They see these prophecies manifesting right before their eyes. Amen. And some of these heathen Gentiles are going to cleave. They're going to be obedient. They're going to come because they recognize that Elohim is with us. Family, we've been called to fast and palau the 4th month, the 5th month, the 7th month, the 10th month. It kicks off this month, family. The 4th month, it kicks off. Okay? On this 14th day. Okay? When all the light has been poured into the moon, the full moon. Okay? And in Ecclesiasticus chapter 43, it says that of the full moon is the sign of our feast. Well, we're going to stay on that same accord, and we're going to do our fast. Okay? When the moon is full, when the light has been fully poured in, we're going to do our fast on the evening. We're going to kick that fast off on the evening of the 14th day of our ancient Hebrew calendar, which is July the 27th. And again, I will send out prior, a couple of days, probably, it'll probably be on the 13th day. I'll send out a reminder, and I'll send out different chapters that we can use to bawl and cry out to Father Yahawah. All praises to the Most High. Also, family, I wanted to give you all an opportunity again to screen print our High Holy Days 2026 calendar. As you can see, I've already crossed off different things that have passed. Okay. And as you can see, I haven't crossed off our new moon here because this evening we're going to celebrate and honor our new moon Sabbath. Amen. And as you all can see, we have listed all the upcoming high holy days. Screen print this, share this with your family. I also have precepts. So as those days are approaching, you can meditate on those precepts and prepare your spirit, prepare your family to prepare their spirit, and just get ready, man. Preparation for our high holy days is not all about the different natural things, man. Going to the store, getting, our food and getting our tents ready, for the Feast of Tabernacle. Man, we got to get our spiritual temples, our spiritual tents. We got to get our spirits ready because we want Father Yahawah and Yahawah to abode with us during these times, man. And in order for us to be in the presence of Father Yahawah and Yahawah, our spirits got to be right. Amen. So all praises to the Most High, family. You all enjoy your new moon Sabbath, family. And I'm going to leave this here so that you all can screen print, take some time to look over and enjoy your evening. Love you, family. Shalom.
He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Hey, shout out David.
Hey, the battle is on. You came with an army, I came with a sling. 5 smooth stones, them holy ones with me. And you can't fold, you gotta be bold, you facing the beast. The battle is on, you came with an army, I came with this sling. No weapon shall form against it. They been ignoring the truth, Abba gon' get they whole attention. My brother's on a mission, we been hunting for souls, we fishing. Boy, the ark before he closed the door. When he lock it, no way that you getting in. Give him your garment, it's time to get cleaned up. I got this sling tucked. Real soldier, but humble as ever. When it's war, we gon' come with them steppers. Elisha and his servant was surrounded by the Assyrians. Till he opened his eyes, chariots was on fire. I took it serious. Real talk. David stood in Goliath's face. I got this sling and I'm not afraid. Say you want him to defend us. We gotta turn back to him right away. Hey, the battle is on. You came with an army, I came with a sling. 5 smooth stones, them holy ones with me. And you can't fold, you gotta be bold. You facing the beast. The battle is on, you came with an army, I came with this sling.
How you gonna stop the ones that's defended by the one that created everything?
Gotta stay humble, no moving in pride, or you might lose your shield. Say you don't see nobody, but the truth is right here. Can't nobody convince us. Say the Father not with us. In real time, I can show you. I ain't boasting, we got a defender. It's time to return, seek his face, cause we need him more than ever. A 3-4 chord, can I be broken? Let's get on the chord together. 3 woes, and them trumpets is ready to blow. Board the ark, cause he locking that door. What day? You never know. I got this sling. Ayy, the battle is on. You came with an army, I came with a sling. 5 smooth stones, them holy ones with me. And you can't fold, you gotta be bold. You facing the beast. The battle is on. You came with an army, I came with this sling.
No weapon shall form against you in times. Be encouraged. What has been done will be done. Ain't nothing new under the sun. He was with us then. He with us now. It's a prerequisite to that though. 2 Chronicles 7:14.